Welcome back everyone to the Complete Pineleaf. We are back here with Candelet, who's going to tell us where we're supposed to investigate to find the location of Narquil.
Mind my words, traveller.
Certain places within the woods and crags of Talbrunnen have an unsavory air. The few travelers that pass by them oft report an unsettling feeling, a troubling disquiet. This in itself is not unusual, for the land remembers many things that we have forgotten, and makes such memories known to us, though we recognize them not. But to learn that such a relic of evil as the ring by which the champion of Angmar knew her greatest strength could lie hidden within these woods, it could explain much. Look to the southeast. Do you see the stonework within the narrow pass through the rocks? That place is called Delisad, and it is a ruin of which I know little. Of elven make it is, but the air is heavy about it. Look to Mulder by the narrow pass of Delisad, and he will tell you if he has seen anything of note. The other site I have in mind is Erin Singor, a den of wood trolls in the northwest Talbrunnen. The creatures grows from saplings in the wooded and watery grove, and is therefore rarely troubled by outsiders. Might Narquil lie within the reedy beds or buried in the mud of Erensigor, or the depths of Bare Threchir beneath it? One of my scouts, Laventhyr, has studied the ways of the wood trolls. Look for him outside the entrance of Erensignor. While Mulder and Lavender will give you what aid they can, return to me with Narquil or with any information about its location when you have learned, and we can decide our next course. Very well, it's time for us to look for Narquil. Now notice this is marked as a small fellowship quest. I hope that's slightly obsolete in its marking because I'm only one little hobbit and this is an epic quest. And epic quests aren't supposed to require you to be in a group. Now, where can we find... I'm going to be looking in Erin and Singor first because that's the tougher location. And I figure if we run out of time, we'll at least have an opportunity to maybe finish one of the locations. That would be down this way, I think. And here's Laventhyr.
Mind my words, traveller.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Pineleaf, but it must be an urgent errand to bring you to this far into the wild. I must confess to you that I have seen no sign of this ring that you seek, but the wood trolls make lengthy exploration difficult. There is an unsavory air about the place, and the presence of an evil relic might serve an explanation for it. There is a cave between Erin and Singor called Bar e Threchir, and I believe that the unpleasant air that hangs over the land here comes from that cave. It must be searched for any sign of Narquil. This will be no simple feat, for the cave is the home of the dog Tarshaku, children of Tarshak, who ruled the wood trolls of the north for a time. Look for them in the deepest chambers of Bar e Threchir, and determine if Narquil rests within one of those chambers. Hinder too any Angrim that you see searching the caves, and return to me when you have plumbed the deepest chambers and slain the Tarshaku. Perhaps you will return with Narquil, and the search will be at an end. Yeah, right. They want to give me a choice of which way to look if Narquil was going to be in one of them, right? But that's beside the point. Now, to find Erin Singor. Actually, I think that's what this is all about. Erin Singor. Yeah, like that. You won't believe how many times I've gone into all sorts of weird directions looking for Erin Singor when it's practically on top of the elf that sends you into it. So now we have to go up, up, and more up. I think I have to, oh, yes. Cross the bridge. Now, how big was this tree? We're talking about a pretty big tree if it could serve as a bridge now. Because look at this. It looks like it's one big tree trunk. That's a pretty big tree to make that big of a bridge. Oh. Well, if it's only going to be a 38, I'm not going to bother with it since I don't currently have a deed relating to that. So it'd be nice to have a deed that relates to not falling off of bridges in there. Yeah. The outdoors wood trolls are low enough level. I think it's when you hit the wood trolls on the inside where they jump up to a more challenging level. That's something to keep in mind. Now, let's see. I need to go north. And the best way north is... ooh, trying to remember this path. Ah, do I have to go up in this way? Ooh, it's been so long. Certainly not through here. Never. Oh, I obviously have to climb to the other side of the hill here, and then... ah! Ooh, what's in here? And... ooh, black ash wood. Okay, that's nice. I could make a few more campfires with that. Ah, here it is. Here is the other pretty long tree that got converted into a bridge. Alright, there's still gray ones. So it says not, I think it's not until I actually get on the inside where I have to worry about, oh boy, there are a lot more. You have found the entrance to Bar here. Does Narquil lie within? Woohoo! Oh, I'm teetering with excitement. Of course, soon I'll be bashed to pieces. Let's see. Find southwest room, find the northern room, and defeat two dog talk, whatever those things are called. And of course, I'll have to kill a scout or 3 along the way. Yes, of course. That goes without saying. Now, this way. Angrim, yeah, so you can see here we've got level 50s now. I guess they decided they didn't want people casually going through the Trolshalls to be bumping into level 50s. Yes, I know about the Angrim scouts that are... oh, those guys are... I know about the Angrim scouts that are level 50 in those gazebos, but the gazebos are reasonably well marked, so once you know what's in those gazebos, you avoid them. Alright, here's the first dog Tokshaku. Alright. Those are also level 50. The northern chamber reveals no signs of Narquil's presence. I think that those other trolls used to be a higher level. I don't remember it being so easy to get through here before. Defeated. Dog Tokshi, whatever, number 1. No, we just have to find number 2. Now that was, so now we have to find the southwest room. Well, it means heading south and west, I guess. I mean, that will be logical to me. I think that means first I've got to get through this. Actually, this is what went up, and you circle around here, and then you... go up this way. I think this eventually somehow gets us to the... Ah, now we're going west. Finally, you see, I don't remember this all this well. And I'm pretty sure the second Dr. Shaku is in the southwest room. I mean, that would be logical. Boy, this is a lot easier than it used to be. Because I only have these two. I didn't have to fight every troll in the area in order to get here. I don't know if that little nerf was intentional or not. Maybe to speed up the epic storyline or something like that. That's always a possibility. Well, that takes care of that. So, that wasn't as painful as I thought. Back to Laventhyr. Apparently there was an even more direct way than I went. Just go through that valley there and you could make a pretty quick trip. I'm still working on worm deeds. So I'll grab one of those every once in a while. Now, where were we? The dog Takshaku lives somewhere in the depths of Singor. Yes, I just fought them.
How can I be of service?
You found no sign of Narquil? I am sorry, Pineleaf, but we may take comfort from this. The Angrim still search the cave, but we know now that it is not to be found within. May their learning of this fact be slow. I am pleased that you defeated the Takshaku, for no good could come of their continued growth. Talshak himself caused a great deal of turmoil in Talbrunnen before he found his way northward, and his children would likely do the same. I am sorry your search had proved fruitless. Did Candela suggest any other location? Yes, and that's where I'll be going next, but let's see. Well, probably... Alright, I'll take that one. Actually, how does it look? It might prove useful someday. Now, to the other location. And here's Muildir. Hello there. I am looking to see if this could be the location of Narquil.
Will you lend me your ear?
I am pleased to meet you, Pineleaf. I saw you standing with Candeleth from afar, but I do not think you saw my distant greeting. The Angrim came to Delisad immediately after they arrived, but as far as I know, they did not gain access to the deep places of the ruins. Their efforts to open the door was frustrated. They soon moved on to other parts of the Talbrunnen. You should ensure that the door is still secure. It has been for as long as I have known of it, and it will be a comfort to know that the Angrim did not breach it. And if you would, Pineleaf, defeat some of the Angrim that have invaded. They have moved their search to other ruins that are scattered throughout the Talbrunnen. This is not a place for Angrim, and I would have them cast out. Very well, find the locked door within the ruins of Delisad. Find the locked door. Well, should I be looking for the key to open said door? But, well, that's a minor detail. And, oh yeah, this little fun place. Really, this little fun place. This is going to be a painful thing later on when let's see. Here's the main door. The door is locked secure. Looks secure. The Angrim have not forced it open. Alright, fine. Okay, and they didn't even notice the hobbit coming in, checking the doors, and going out. Oh, you would think that if they wanted to get into that door, what they could do is take one of those big trees that you have. Well, I don't know if there are any really big trees in this area, but there's some sizable trees, and turn one into a ram and bash in the door. This place is now called Delisad, but its true name is forgotten. What? Places have true names? This isn't Earthsea. I know it's people that have true names in Earthsea. Maybe places also. Sluquin doesn't go into that.
The sorrows of the Eldar are never ending.
Either that or she did and I completely forgotten since then. The door's secure. I'm glad to hear of it, though it means we are no nearer to learning if Narquil is hidden somewhere behind it. The key to that door has surely been lost in time, and I do not doubt that if the Angren believe Narquil does lie within Delisad, they will seek to force the door open before long. In other words, finding a battering ram. And did Candelith give you any other sites to search for clues? The door to Delisad may purchase a some time in which to find Narquil if it is hidden at some other location in Tal Bruinen. Well, if it is within Delisad, I must admit that I'm at a loss. Even if we could somehow gain entrance to the sealed ruins, how could we remove Narquil without alerting the Angrim who patrol Tal Bruinen? In other words, yeah, we could try bashing in the door also, but obviously it's going to alert the neighbors. And I suppose that if the Angrim started bashing in the door, it'll alert him and he will give a little wave to Candelith to say, "Hey! They're doing something." I'm hoping that Candelith, of course, has some decent eyesight on this and that she's keeping an eye on him. I didn't find anything.
What can I do for you?
Do not give up, Pineleaf. I had thought Narquil might have been the cause of the troubling disquiet that hangs over Aaron Singor and Delisad, but it was only a guess. Perhaps the ring does lie deep within Delisad. With no way to gain access to the ruined halls without also allowing the Angrim to get in, we must trust that the locked door to delay them while we search elsewhere. But listen, another avenue of search may have opened up to us. Oh, what?
Might you spare a moment of your time?
I have been focusing on places around which travelers and my scouts have reported sensations of uneasiness and disquiet, such as the wood troll grove of Aaron Singor or the elf ruins of Delisad. But that is only because it was the avenue I felt was open to us. The Angrim have also been combing the elf ruins throughout Tal Bruinen, and until a few hours ago, I assumed this was because they had some information we did not. And yet, if this were so, why would they not focus on one place? If they knew Narquil to be hidden within Delisad, would they not devote all of their efforts upon it? I am sure they would, and yet they did not, which tells me that the Angrim do not know the location of Narquil any more than we. One of my scouts, Ithrinith, encountered a small company of Angrim near the burnt-out remains of a cottage not far to the northeast of Echad Candelith, the crumbled cellar it is called. She defeated the Angrim and sent word to me, asking if I knew any reason they would show an interest in such a trivial place. The answer is clear. They are searching everything they can in hopes that if they find a clue, just as we have done, Pineleaf, I want you to speak with Ithrinith and learn what you may. So speak with Ithrinith. Whee! Hello there, Ithrinith. Candelis sent me to investigate a structure you found.
What can I do for you?
Candelith has told me of the tale, Pineleaf. Do you really think that Narquil, or some evidence of its location, might be hidden in Tal Bruinen? A small company of Angrim was sifting through the debris of the cottage across the water over there. It's called the Crumbled Cellar by Garbert and Afanin, who lived down the river. But I think it burnt to the ground before Garbert's time. You should search through the rubble. I cannot imagine you will find anything of use, but the Angrim thought it was worth searching. And since the Angrim have either been chased away or killed or something like that, it means that if there's something to find, they might not have found it. So it is our opportunity to check the debris. I would presume this is the debris in question. One crumpled cellar. Anything useful here? Anything useful here? Well, just a fireplace and, oh, well, how about this debris? Nothing? How about this debris? Well, it looks like there isn't going to be anything here, so another fruitless search as we go around investigating everything. Oh wait. A diary. Well, perhaps that could be useful. All I found is this little diary. Yes, the cover of this journal is given to rot, but says S. Oakart? Yeah.
Meg of Onnen.
You found this diary among the ruins of the crumbled cellar, Pineleaf? It is probably nothing, but I will see if I can learn anything from its pages. The name of this diary's owner is familiar to me and fills me with dread. Did not Amarthiel use the same name, Sarah Oakart, as she traveled on her fell errands throughout the wild? And yet, look here, upon the cover, barely legible, but I can make out Sarah Oakart. You must bring this diary to Candelas, Pineleaf. This may be the clue for which we have sought. Sarah Oakart. What does she have to do with this? Well, okay. Sarah Oakart is a Marthiel, so I guess she has everything to do with it. But if Sarah Oakart or a Marthiel knows where the ring is, well, perhaps she's forgotten in all these years. It's been a long time. I found this diary that was owned by a Sarah Oakart. An interesting name to turn up at this point.
How can I be of service?
Yes, a journal. I do not understand. Amarthiel cannot have. There must be more to this riddle than we know, Pineleaf, for I am filled with confusion. But hearken this. Brought 2 chickens to share with El, but his spirits were low, and I think the food brought him no joy. Understandable, of course. Keeping in within the walls of Sithad must be a great sorrow to him. Whoever Sarah Oakart may have been, a Marthiel in disguise or not, it is plain to me of whom she speaks of. Can El be any other than Laredon? Or anyone other than Narquil? We're close. I can feel it. The secret lies within this journal, friend Hobbit. The diary of Sarah Oakart. What will we find within the diary of Sarah Oakart? We'll find out when we return to the epic story. But next time, it's time for us to return to Bingo to find out what's happening in Eregion. When we return for the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.